Hare Krishna. So we'll continue this shloka 2, and now we'll share the link to the Bhagavatam 8.1.14. Okay, it doesn't go really like each shloka, exactly mentioned according to number. It's not like that. The essence is given, the message is given. These shlokas, 9 shlokas are there in Bhagavatam, 8 canto, chapter 1, shlokas 9 to 18. And I already was seen this shloka, Atmavasyam idam Vishwam correlates. It's 100% with the Ishavasyam idam Sarvam. Now the shloka 2 of Isopanisad correlates to this one, 8.1.14. So I'll read and then we'll see the purport. Atagre Vishaya Karman Ihante Karma Hetave Ihamano Hipurusha Prayo Niham Prapadyate. So what is it explains? Therefore, to enable people to reach the stage of activities that are not tinged by fruitive result, great saints first engage people in fruitive activities, for unless one begins by performing activities recommended in Shastra, one cannot reach the stage of liberation or activities that produce no reactions. Now if you see the purport of Srila Prabhupada, we will see that really the message is the same as this shloka of Isopanisad 2. So Prabhupada quotes immediately in purport, Lord Krishna advises, Yagyartha karmano nyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Remember karma bandhana from Isopanisad purport? The same word is used altogether. No? So here, so in this purport, again I divided the paragraphs given titles to paragraphs and just given the points inside. So I'll follow from the text itself. Here, first paragraph is the same title like Isopanisad mantra 2. One should act with attachment as per mantra 1 to be free from karma bandhana. That was the title from Isopanisad paragraph. This is the same title for this paragraph first. It fits. Here, Gita, Krishna says, work done or sacrifice for Vishnu should be performed. Now, there was a Yagya Artha Karma Nyonyatra. That shloka itself says Yagya. Now, Guru Maharaj said once he was in Hyderabad, I believe, they say it in books there, or in Calcutta, I forgot, maybe Calcutta. And he said he met one follower of Shankaracharya. So he said that you have to do service to Vishnu. You have to do, I'm doing my duty. But Guru Maharaj said that no, you have to do work for the pleasure of Vishnu. Yagyartha karmanyonatra lokoyam karma bandhana. So this man challenged that why did you say Vishnu? It's a yagya. Yagyartha karmanyonatra. You do work as a sacrifice. Sacrifice means not for me, for whom? No? So he said, no. You are misinterpreting, you are, giving your own meaning. Guru Maharaj said, no, Prabhupada writes in purports, Yagya is Vishnu. So this man took Shankaracharya's commentary on Gita, opened up that, and there it says, Yagyo vai Vishnuhu. Yagya is Vishnu. He is the ultimate one to be pleased by Yagya. What is it? Aham hi sarva yagyana bhokta cha prabhureva cha. Of all yagyas, bhokta, I'm enjoyer, Prabhu, I'm the master also. I'm to be worshipping the yagyas. So, Yagyo vai Vishnu, this is from Veda, Shruti quote. So this meant, good purport of Prabhupada, you spoke well. I think he took the book. So, that's the point. It's not that our acharyas are twisting the meaning. It's all consistent. It's all Vedic message is consistent. So you can see here, Prabhupada's purpose in Bhagavatam written at a different time than Prabhupada's purpose on Isopanisad. And look at the points. Therefore, it is advised that active persons engage in activities of Krishna consciousness, which are called yagya. Sankirtan yagya. Correct? What is yagya? Yagya. What's yagya? Sankirtan yagya. Where is the flame? The flame is one which purifies anarthas, burns anarthas in their heart. That's the flame, Because then they will gradually come to the platform of devotional service, Yagya Purusha. the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Yeah? So the Lord is called here Yagya Purusha in the purport, the enjoyer of all sacrifices. So Sankirtan Yagya also, chanting the holy name for His pleasure. Any activity for His pleasure. Yagya artha karma nyonatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Otherwise you are bound by karma. You don't serve Vishnu, you are bound by karma. That's all. So here, Prabhupada says, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is actually the enjoyer. And therefore, if we begin our activities for His satisfaction, we will gradually lose our taste for material activities. So now this is the result. No? This is the power of these activities. We lose taste for material activities. Means we'll stop material activities. Means we'll stop karma bandhana. Means you can live life peacefully for 100 years, do your activity, you'll not be bound, you will not get reactions. You see, it's the message there. The second paragraph, I put the title, discharging one's prescribed duties to please the Lord Hari. Atah pumbe dvija sreshta varnashama vibhagasya svanushthitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. All the duties, prescribed duties of Vana and Ashrama, duties of Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas, or duties of Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra, they should be performed haritoshanam. Samsiddhir haritoshanam, for Lord's pleasure ultimately. Ultimately for Lord's pleasure. Okay, so here, acting in such a way that Krishna will be pleased. According to Vedic principles, everyone must act according to his classifications as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyas. How do we apply this in our life? Prabhupada say, everyone has to follow 4 regulated principles, chant 16 rounds. Take only Krishna Prasada. And then according to service, we may do different services. But because all are for Vishnu's pleasure, we call ourselves Vaishnavas. We don't, because, we don't classify, you're Brahmana, you're Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, but we have all these aspects of services. Somebody is cooking, somebody is cleaning, somebody is collecting, somebody is preaching, but we are all Vaishnavas. Okay, why? Because devotional service is above Varnashram. Remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say? Bahir, this is external. Tell me more. External, because, why is external? Because you took birth in Brahmin family, or we took birth in Chandala's family, according to our previous activities. So it's material. According to previous material activities, I took birth, I got this body, I get these parents, I get the circumstances, so it's material condition. Now, Veda says, this is your material condition. You are born in Brahmin family. To get moksha, follow these duties. You are Kshatriya, you are conditioned differently. To get moksha, follow these duties. No? We are all equal. The communists are amazing. In communist country, every medical shop has only one medicine, equal for all. But it's not true. Everybody has different disease. So therefore different duties are given. Why privilege? Prabhupada writes in purport, remember, why privilege to somebody? Privilege to somebody because he has more important, more responsible service. Therefore privilege is given. Of course, human life itself is privilege compared to animal. Why privilege? Because higher duty to perform. So here, according to everyone must act according to his classifications. Remember from Ramayana, there was a Shudra who adopted the practice of Brahmana. He went to the forest to do the pasya. And Lord Ram was informed that somebody is not following his duty. He is accepting Brahmin's duty. Shudra is performing Brahmin's duty. And Lord Ram came in order to cut his head. So why? Because to stop transgressions, your prescribed duty is this. For this lifetime, you follow this. Now that doesn't mean the Shudra cannot become Brahmana. No, Prabhupada said they can become Brahmana by the activities of purification, by the qualification. Everybody can become Brahmana. And in our movement, we are really proving that even people who are born in mlechas, chandalas, very low backgrounds, they can also be accepted, given facility, service of a Brahmana in our movement. They can worship deities, they can do the yagyas, they can chant Gayatri mantra. So this is really according to quality. Our movement really proves that bhakti, devotional service, is above all mundane, conditional pre-qualifications. This only movement really doesn't discriminate. We went to the recently we went to the Nimbarka's headquarters in the Salimabad, they said, in Rajasthan, and they have a Gurukul there. Followers Nimbarka Acharya, one of the 4 recognized Vaishnava Sampradayas, bona fide Sampradayas. So we saw they have 80 boys in Gurukul, but only from Brahmin's family they will take. You go to Udupi, you have a Gurukulas, several Gurukulas they have, and only Brahmin boys will be taken. You go to Srirangam, and they have Gurukul, and only Brahmin boys are taken. No? So in ISKCON we accept everyone. And then again we engage them according to their capacity. If person is good in cooking, he cooks. If person is good in singing, he sings. If person is good in... But sometimes even if he's not good, still he does the service for the Lord. Whatever is needed, that's the attitude. But of course, for Lord's pleasure, better somebody who knows how to cook. For Lord's pleasure, That's better. It's practical, But better to learn also. One can learn. If cannot learn, okay, give him some other service. And everybody given some achintya shakti by the Lord. So everybody has some unique quality to serve the Lord. So this is the thing, how do we apply it? We all follow 4 principles, we all chant Hare Krishna. What about women in your movement? There is discrimination, they cannot perform certain services. Of course, men also cannot perform certain services. For example, giving birth to children. It's so difficult for us. If you ask us, no, you're Vaishnava, you should do everything for the Lord. What do I do? So look like pregnant, but it's not. It's belly is a little bigger. So the thing is that why women are discriminated? What is the discrimination? They have to chant 60 rounds, we have to chant 60 rounds. Not that they chant more, they have to chant more than equal. 4 principles, 4 principles. Women have to have 8 principles. No, we're saying 4 principles. They have to serve Krishna, we have to serve Krishna. Correct? So on that level, everything is equal. Now in conditional dealings, there is a difference. What is the difference? That the rules of this sannyas, vanaprastha, grihastha, brahmacharya are followed. Why they are followed? Because it helps us not to transgress the laws of dharma. Why? Because we are not on transcendental platform. The rules have to be followed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sannyasi. He is a sannyasi. He is Bhagavan. He is acting as a sannyasi. No? And no woman could come nearby, you offer pranam. No? He is teaching that keep distance. No? Samagni pramadanama. Grita kumbham samavpumam. Butter and fire principle. We should not transgress. So we follow some rules. And to have stable society also. Protect families. To protect dealings, proper behavior should be adopted. Not that we can't imitate Paramahamsa level. No, we cannot imitate like that. If one thing that I can associate with women and I will not be affected, then he is really thinking himself Haridas Ṭhākura. But, then reality strikes. It won't happen, Won't happen. Okay, so here, Prabhupada said, because this jnana is the push, no need to engage any activity. All activities are binding. No? One cannot please Krishna by sitting idly. One must act according to the directions of the spiritual master for the sake of pleasing Supreme Personality Godhead. And then one will gradually come to the stage of pure devotional service. Correct? So not that do nothing, then I will not get any karma. No, again you will get karma. Why? Why I am getting karma? I didn't do anything. That's why you are getting karma. You didn't do anything. You will see Bhaktivinoda Thakur's comment here. He says, you will die if you don't do anything. Or I will live very, very uncomfortably. You will live very uncomfortably if you don't do anything. But if you do things, then do it for Krishna's sake. You have to do, everybody has to. Remember what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita? That even to maintain the body, you have to do the work. Huh? Okay, so here, Prabhupada say, Naishkarmyam api achyuta bhava varjitam na shobhati jnanam alam niranjanam. Knowledge of self-realization, even though free from all material affinity, does not look well if devoid of conception of infallible God. So this is why I say that jnanis, they don't want to do the work. They don't want to engage in activities. You see, traditionally, these karma kanda yagyas are done by brahmacharis. There will be grihastas, brahmanas teaching them, and brahmachari will serve, assist, and learn. And to do yagya, you need the shika. Shika is required. Brahmin thread, of course. You should study the Vedas. Kacha should be wear pancha kacha, dhoti, like that. Without, these are some external signs, Of course, grihastha needs a wife to do the yagya. Without wife, it's not possible to do yagya also for grihasthas. And so many circumstances are there. Once you come to the platform of knowledge, you realize all these karmas are temporary, material, and there is eternal activity. And once you get the transcendental knowledge about the Lord, about Brahman, even impersonal one, your material desires stopped. You're not aspiring for these things. There are so many yagyas for material benefit. 99% of all yagyas in Vedas are described material benefit. And now you have knowledge, now you realize I'm not this body, I'm eternal, spirit, soul, and these senses should be controlled, mind should be controlled, and you have no material desires. So what do? You take sannyas. What actually sannyas? Actually means to please the Lord. Do only things for Lord's pleasure, not do any other activity. So what is done? In sannyas ceremony, traditionally, shika is cut. Brahmin thread is cut. Panchakacha is loose. That means I will not sit anymore for karma kanda. Means I will not do material activities. Socially dead. Danda is called that because Atma goes into danda. That socially this body is dead. Means no responsibility. I'm not going to do yagya for my family, I'm not going to do yagya for benefit of forefathers, I'm not going to worship anybody else except Supreme Lord. And in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, traditionally there was no shika, there was no Brahmin thread. Even now you go to Udupi, you will see Madhva sannyasis. No shika, no Brahmin thread, no kacha behind. Now followers remain, all sannyasis in Bhaktivedanta time, they remain because we are servants of the Lord. But traditionally, Mayavadis, Vaishnavas, everybody follows same. Means no more yagyas, karma kanda yagyas, no more karmas, no more material activities. That was the meaning, no? So now they just study the knowledge and absorb themselves. But here, you may get knowledge of self-realization, even free from all material affinity. But if you don't serve Lord, doesn't look good. No? Just Brahma Jnanam, impersonalism, without worshipping the Lord. And you will see after Madhva's Vedānta-deśika's commentary and Madhvācārya's commentary here, they attack Mayavad immediately. He say, no, not that you will not get, you will get reaction, papam, it's sinful not to worship the Lord. And they quote like anything for Shastra, you'll see. It's not that, Okay. If there is no Krishna consciousness, any kind of activity, be it philanthropic, political, social, simply causes karma bandhana, bondage to material work. Again, remember purport of Isopanisad too? Political, social, philanthropic activities, again Prabhupada's mentioned. Now here is, if there is no Krishna consciousness, simply material activity. Correct? Why you don't serve the people, poor? Karma bandhan. As simple as that. For both. For both. Okay. Now third paragraph, same title from that paragraph. Just same. Validity of such God-centered conception. Prabhupada spoke that spirit of Ishavasya. Remember? Spirit of Ishavasya. As long as one is entangled in karma bandhana, one must accept different types of bodies that spoil human form of facility. No? Because in animal form, you are not going to realize God. It's difficult, unless some Śrīpāda, some special blessings given. So, Prabhupada quotes, Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga is recommended. Arurukshar Muner Yogam. For one who is a neophyte in the yoga system, work is said to be the means. Okay, so at the beginning, all jivas are encouraged. Do the karma kanda, and gradually karma kanda, when you get little knowledge and get purified by rules, regulations, then you become karma yogi. You do activity for Lord's pleasure. Okay, so one who is neophyte in yoga system, work is said to be means. And for one who has already attained yoga, cessation of all material activities is said to be the means. Cessation of all material activities is said to be means. One who has already attained the yoga. So at the beginning, you do the work. Once you get purified, you can stop all material activities. But then, what then? Then what to do? What is the duty of the soul? What is activity of the soul? That is devotional service. No? What is that? Brahma bhuta prasanatma na shochati na kankshati. Na shochati means? Shochati means lamenting. Lamenting. Na kankshati. Not desiring. What is the same point? You are not desiring others' wealth. I am not crying for the loss. I am not interested in material things. Brahma bhuta, prasanat, satisfied. He is not lamenting, he is not hankering for material. Then, sama sarveshu bhuteshu, he sees everyone equally, means he is not exploiting now. He is not seeing this is good for him, this is bad. He is not seeing dualities anymore, which are material concepts. And then, mad bhaktim labate param. Then starts devotional service. Then the soul could engage in pure devotional service. Okay, so here, now work is said to be means and the cessation of material activities. Now, the warning is, do not imitate. No, karmendriyani samyamya yaste manasa smaram indriyartam vimudhatma mityachara sochate. Correct? So what is karmendriyani samyamya? You control the senses, ya aste manasa smaram indriyartam, but in mind you think of sense gratification. Then, what is that? Is a neophyte. Vimudhatma is a big fool. Mityachara is a cheater. Pretender. Cheater means mityachara. Achar, mityachara, false behavior. No? So Prabhupada says, this is the Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Ṭhākura is quoted here. One should take for Krishna very seriously in order to become fully Krishna conscious and should not sit down to imitate such great personalities as Haridas Ṭhākura, Dushtamana, Tumi Kisara Vaishnava. Bhaktivedanta wrote that, no? My dear mind, what kind of devotee are you? Simply for cheap adoration. You sit in solitary place. I pretend to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but this is all cheating. Yeah? So that means artificial renunciation won't help. No? Let us take prasadam, let us serve Krishna, let us fully engage, Let us not pretend we are some heavy renouncers. And those who can, let them do, let them follow. Should come. Prabhupada said at the beginning, one should eat so much that it will walk like a duck, like this. And then after some time, one should control the eating and sleeping and all the urges of the senses. But not artificially. Prabhupada gives example right in the purport he wrote it. Recently we got African devotee in Mayapur who wanted to he was fried with managing, he was fried with all the stuff. Prabhupada, I just want to sit and chant Hare Krishna all day. Prabhupada said, you may not be able to. No, I just don't want to do anything, I just want to sit and chant Hare Krishna all day. Alright. So from Africa, he was fried with management there. He went to Mayapur, sat down and chanted for days, 64 hours, even more, And then here Prabhupada mentions, African devotee wanted to imitate Haridas Ṭhākura. What did he say? Nishkarmyam, Aruruksho, Karmendriyani Samya, Bhaktivedanta Saraswati. Here, recently at Mayapur, African devotee wanted to imitate Haridas Ṭhākura, but after 15 days he became restless and went away. That's the report from Mayapur. 15 days, No? Do not suddenly try to imitate Haridas Ṭhākura. Engage yourself in Krishna conscious activities and gradually come to the stage of liberation. Muktir hitvanyata rupam swarupena vyavastitihi. So, this is reality. That some devotee says, but most important is chanting. Of course, most important is chanting, Baba. Definitely most important is chanting. But how much I can chant? We should chant. Prabhupada said we should mold our life in such a way that 24 hours we don't forget Krishna. So, what is it? Smartavya satatam Vishnu, vismartavya na jatachit. One should always remember Vishnu, Krishna, and never forget him. Always remember means, who can always remember the Lord? One who loves him. One who has spontaneous affection, he can always remember. He cannot forget him. Even if he wants, he cannot forget. And vismartavya na jatachit. We should never forget him. Now this is the stage of us, of sadhana, bhaktas. We are reminding ourselves, Prabhu, have you offered? Prabhu, have you chanted? Have you finished your rounds? Did you do your service? You see, we are reminding ourselves, don't forget him, don't forget Vishnu, don't forget Krishna. So what is that? That if we cannot chant 24 hours, we should chant as much as possible. Prabhupada said, why 16 rounds? 16,000 rounds we should chant. Now that is encouraged. We are not against now that somebody chant more rounds or spend more time with japa. No, this is encouraged like anything. Remember that Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj was encouraged by Bhaktivedanta like anything. They said, Maharaj is not doing any service, but I see him chanting all day. Then another devotee will come. Maharaj is not doing any service, but he is chanting all day. Then one day, Ṭhākura told them, okay, you people who complain, sit and chant with him. And in few hours, one left, second one left. He left alone, Krishna was chanting there, Babaji Maharaj. Because he was on that level, let him chant. But if we are not on that level, better we engage in the service. Better we engage the senses, this crazy mind, the crazy tongue in Krishna's service. Otherwise we'll ruin our life. We won't be able to spontaneously think of Krishna. Therefore, service. What is definition? Brahmachari. Somebody is always on your neck. This is definition. Push, no mercy, no independence. Independent brahmachari means this is called waiting list for the grihastha. This is already having waiting list ticket, and we'll get conform. RC, what is it? Yeah, RAC, seat is there. Just you need somebody to sit on your head. And anyway, you think you'll be independent, you're not going to be independent. You don't listen temple commander, you're going to listen house commander. It's bogus. No, we just had the incident just yesterday, no? You are there? You are not there. Who is there? You are there? No. You are there? No. Shriram Charanavinda was there and Saraswati Prabhu, Nanda Kumar, we had meeting. So suddenly news came. One devotee wants to get married and, what is the reason? No, he cannot like this. They're pushing him too much in the ashram, so he wants to be independent. And Maharaj just, he thinks he'll be independent when he gets married. And everybody starts laughing, And there's the devotee who brought messages looking, why they're laughing? Why they're laughing? Because everybody knows there's no independence, Simply you change temple commander, that's all, So how does it help? Helps. It helps somebody. Some people really got fixed up after that, Even, I should not say, but somehow or other engaged him in the service. Okay. So we went through the purport. You've seen that? Basically, look at the titles. The red ones are completely same titles like in Isopanisad mantra, and black ones are just slight modification of the words, but the point is same. Look, same titles, same points. No? See how it's nicely given. Okay, here you go. This is Madhvācārya's commentary on Shloka 2. So here, the Madhvācārya says, now of course when I say Madhvācārya's purpose, you will see in this commentary what we have are 6 acharyas in Madhva line included in commentaries. Famous Raghavendra Swami of Mantralaya, his commentary is here. Kandarta-tika commentary and other acharyas also there. But first one comes from Madhva and then later on they elaborated like that. In the previous verse, Isopanisad 1, Madhvācārya says, detachment was stated as the prerequisite for knowledge of God. Here, performance of one's duty with dedication to God is mentioned as equally important prerequisite. So two things are there. First, you understand God is Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kinchat jagatam jagat. That God is ruler, controller of everything. No? And then you act properly. You don't follow the Shastric rules, act properly. And now here, this performance is emphasized. Perform with dedication to God, and therefore, then only you will not be bound by karma. So two things. One is detachment and one is the activity dedicated to God. Act with detachment. So activities to be undertaken as worship of God and without desiring fruits. That is emphasized here. And this is message for us, conditioned soul. This is how we come out of this material world. This is what we're supposed to do. Then, second point, thus not only those activities will not bind one, but the previous action will also not be binding. Thus a person become eligible for knowledge of God. This is from Raghavendra Tirtha's commentary. Now what is the point? The point is that we heard from Prabhupada also, when we do devotional service, not only these activities will not bind us karma, but actually we are nullifying previous karmas also, previous reactions also. That we are automatically, it gets proven. What is it? Klesha Agni. It burns previous reaction to Shubhada, brings all auspiciousness, bhakti. And this is the sadhana bhakti level, these two appear. Even immediately you feel relief. You do something for Krishna, you feel good. No? We travel here and there, we meet people, we distribute books, we tell about Krishna, you feel good. And then somebody who is traveling for himself to earn money, you can see people sitting in train, just miserable, going for himself, doing activities, so much struggle, so much endeavor for nishphalam, for material gain. And here devotees feel bliss. Shubhata means auspicious. Oh, today all day we went book distribution. They are in bliss. No? Today one devotee just came on. Today I attend Mangalarti. Very nice. I said, what a bliss, I'm coming daily, but I was not so blissful. But he came, bliss, you can see. He did something good, something for Krishna, you see. It's blissful, no? Okay, here. If one does not perform his duties, these varnashram duties, one will not gain the knowledge of liberation. It is not fact that non-action will bring no bondage. If a man is ignorant and does not worship Krishna, he incurs sin. And Naradiya Purana is quoted. Agyasya karma lipyate. Jnani do not want to engage in any work. But even if Jnani apparently does not do sinful activities, his bliss will definitely diminish, because one who does not worship Krishna is a sinner. So now you may say, but they achieve Brahman. But Brahman is not our constitutional position. Mukti hitvanyata rupam swarupena vyavastiti. He is not getting swarupa. That means he is not getting real mukti. Why? Avishuddha buddha. That his intelligence is not purified yet. Why? Because he did not serve Krishna. That knowledge was not revealed to him. You see, if you do your prescribed duties, you come to the platform of knowledge. You act with that knowledge. For Lord's pleasure, you become devotee. But what do? They stop material activities, they absorb, I'm not this body, I'm spirit soul, I'm Brahman, but they do not engage. So they don't get moksha. Why? They are sinners. They are not doing any material. But they are not worshipping Lord either. That is the sin. It is Jiva's duty. Das abhuto harayareva. Jiva has to worship the Lord. Mama evamsha jiva loke. Jiva rasulpura Krishna ranitya das. We have to serve Krishna. I'm not interested in material, but you are not interested in Krishna. And who are you? A little demon. No? You are not interested in Krishna. I'm not interested in you. Then what you are? Aham Brahman. Aham Brahmas. Okay, so here. So there, you see, they quote Narada Purana. No, it's you don't worship Krishna, you're a sinner. How many Prabhupada have these statements in preface, no? Whoever is not devotee of Krishna is a demon. And you feel, oh, there are so many nice people in the world. Yeah, some nice demons there also. Because they don't worship Krishna. How do you call them? Of course, demon, Santita, but he just doesn't want to worship Krishna. Putana was looking very attractive. Conclusion, Madhvācārya gives this 3 points are given. Do your prescribed duty. Again, remember one ashram. Do your prescribed duty with dedication to God and without any selfish motive. Those actions will not bind one. Non-performance of duty does lead to sin. Actually, does lead to the sin. Okay. Now we'll see Vedānta-deśika's commentary here. Okay, Hare Krishna. Here, Vedānta-deśika Acharya says, this verse shows how the learned person lives whole life performing daily and periodical duties. There's a nitya karma, naimitika karma, then there is desirable duties, there's some special divisions, extra duties. While renouncing doership, desires and results of actions. These 3 things, they have to be renounced. Everybody gets his duties according to Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, and then one should do his duties without claiming doership. Don't think, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. Just recently, we got a letter from a devotee reporting his preaching activities. And you can see this 75% letter he is glorifying himself. But that's not good. This is the issue, that you did so much preaching and you appear on local TV and the local news came your photo, and so many things happen. But the point is that everybody is appreciating your lectures and everybody is clapping. But this idea, I am the doer, ahankara, aham karomi, I am the doer. This is a false ego. Kinkara, kim karomi, my Lord, what shall I do? How shall I serve you? This is the consciousness and attitude of Vaishnava. So this we have to develop. And we get very easily carried away because every jiva wants to be enjoyer. Everybody likes to hear his own glorification. And now, what is the worst thing? That you come to temple and you use Krishna and the temple and the books and the Prabhupada for self-glorification. That's not good. Karmis, they do not know. They use everything for self-promotion, self-glorification. But now in the name of devotion, you like to, what a nice lecture you gave. Yes. No, all your mercy. But he is feeling bliss. But this bliss from mental platform, is bliss from ego, is false bliss. Krishna should be glorified. Krishna should be pleased. Devotee should be pleased, with pure attitude, with pure devotion service attitude. That is the idea. So here, Vedānta-deśika warns us, give up doership. I built a temple for the Lord. But you did not. If Lord did not sanction, the Lord did not send devotees, Lord did not help it, Lord did not empower, you would do nothing. You can't build dog's house, Nothing you can do. That's the idea. Then give up desires. Means desiring material enjoyments and desiring the more than what is given our quota. And results of action. And when something is achieved, that also you are not enjoyer. Not that another devotee, he said, Prabhuji, let's go traveling. And this devotee replied, no, Prabhuji, I'm already in age, I have to settle myself, so I'll build some temple. Settle yourself? What do you mean, settle yourself? What do you mean? You're settled. Now I'm elder already, you should not travel much, I'll build one temple and settle myself. Means you'll use deity for earning money. That's exactly what Prabhupada said. It's a papam. It's wrong. Not that you put deities just to put hundi and then, open and close screen, to earn money. That's not good attitude. It should not be there, no? Result of action. And when temple is open, for Lord's pleasure, not result. What is result? No, I'm settled. My account is merged into the temple account. So I'm settled now, no? Yeah? You have your account? No, Prabhu, I have no private account. Because you took temple's account, Baba. Therefore, you have no private account. You might say temple has no private account. Became privatized by you. So there is a role. We are facing this. It's not that we are talking something you never heard of. No, Maya has many faces. Maya, Meenakshi. One has eyes like a fish. Fish is never, they don't have eyelids, they don't close eyes. Maya always watching, Maya just watching what I'm talking. Okay. So here, thus because of power of knowledge, one is not contaminated by karma. So when we act with knowledge, you know, I should not do this. We don't eat outside. Why? We cook with love and devotion. We offer to Lord with love and devotion. We honor prasadam with love and devotion. We don't eat outside. So with knowledge, you control yourself, your action. And then, no bondage, no reaction. No? Not that you eat anywhere out and do anything, then you feel, no problem. No, you'll be bound by karma. You'll get karmic reaction. But by knowledge, we act. We heard from Prabhupada, we heard from devotees how we should act. We follow. We do our best to follow. And I know now, okay, now I cannot follow the 100%, but I know one day I will reach that point. I admit, okay, this is the highest, this is the purest. Should never think anything else than Krishna. Should never desire anything else than Krishna's pleasure. Should not be enjoyer of material world. Should not think of woman. Should not think of sex. Should not think of ownership. Should not think of doership. Should not consider myself great devotee. And all these things. We know we are not on that platform. But honestly, we accept. Yes, this is my platform. One day I will reach. I'm following the path. Correct? Not that because of attachment to Maya, attachment to material sense gratification, we start changing philosophy. No? Then you say, this is okay. Eating chocolate is okay. Why is okay? Come on, Krishna. Krishna won't send you to hell for one chocolate. He's reasonable, No? Yeah, he won't send you to hell for one chocolate. Who says? But he won't give you love of God either. No? Because you don't want it. You want your own sense gratification. So, you don't want me? You want chocolate? Okay, he will send you 2 kg extra, Eat chocolate, Baba, No? But why change philosophy? Why you make philosophy now out of it, no? Krishna is very kind. Krishna is kind. He sent us rule, regulations, how to come out of jail, That is his kindness, no? So that there's all these things. Okay. Here, he quotes Brahma Sutras, Vedanta Sutra. Fire sacrifice and other prescribed daily duties produce knowledge as their effect, because that is shown in the scriptures. So this is the point. Why do we follow prescribed duties? Remember, 2.14, Prabhupada's Purport, Matras, Pashas, Chikonte, what Prabhupada said? We follow 4 regulative principles to come to the platform of knowledge. With knowledge and devotion, you come to God. Yagyas are done. What is done in yagya? Imam Agneya idam mamama, idam Indraya idam namama. This is for Agni, this is for Indra. Idam Vishnave idam namama, this is for Vishnu, this is not for me. You are giving up. Sacrifices are recommended for grihastas, because grihastas are dealing with material elements, they are dealing with material modes. They are entangled. That is my family, my house, my benefit, my country, my name, my fame, I, aham mameti. So they have to do yagya. Idam namama, this is not mine, this is not for me, this is not for me. To give up idea of proprietorship, and to give up idea of greed, to get more and more, the yagyas are recommended. Sacrifice means I am giving up something for some higher benefit, for some higher goal. I give up something. Sacrifice. People sacrifice. They sacrifice their time, they sacrifice energy. Look at the mothers, how much they sacrifice with their children. No? It's not easy to be mother. It's easy, you see mother and child, very nice child. Oh yes. But see night time, the child crying all night. When child is sick, when child is growing, when child is restless, the mother is sacrificing. No? So sacrifice is there. Everybody sacrifices to get something else. Yagya artha karmano natra. But sacrifice should be done for Lord Vishnu. That is the ultimate one, no? So that following these duties, prescribed duties, brings us to level of knowledge. Then again, here, Katha Upanishad is quoted, neither person who does not avoid sinful deeds, nor person who is not peaceful, nor person who is not serious and diligent, nor person whose heart or mind is agitated, can, even though greatly intelligent and learned, attain the Supreme Lord. So these are prerequisites, qualification. One cannot sin and attain Lord. It's not possible. It's not possible. Whenever Prabhupada spoke with Christians in the West, many times, they will start, let's talk about love of God. Prabhupada said, first, why you are killing animals? Why you are a meat eater? You are a sinner, you want to talk love of God. It's not possible. You can't love of God, you don't love other animals. You can't. It simply doesn't work. No discussion. No, leave this, Swamiji. Let us speak about love of God. No, first, thou shalt not kill. Why you are killing? We are Christians. Prabhupada said, when did you become Christian? Means when did you start to follow what Jesus said? All discussion will stop on that point. No deep discussion. Not that we have to study Bible in detail or Quran in details, First stop meat eating, then talk to me. First stop meat eating, then we'll discuss about love of God. What love of God? Common sense you have, that you're killing, you're harming, you no any daya, no any compassion, no any mercy you have. No? 4 principles of religion, daya, tapa, shaucham, and satyam. This it has to be followed. There is no way not to follow, no? Okay, so person who does sin, and what is that? Then you come Sunday to church and confess, and you are free from sin. So next week you can do again, no? That's just, once a week program, no? Yeah. Okay, nor a person who is not peaceful. What means peaceful? Who is peaceful? Say. Okay, one who knows that God is enjoyer, God is proprietor, God is well-wisher. But otherwise, who else is peaceful? Okay? Okay, what it says? Who is that?
Like ocean, like rivers and the person who is not agitated by material desires.
Right, one who can control material desires, one who has no material desires, he is peaceful. So what Chaitanya Charitamrita says? Bhukti mukti siddhi kami shakali ashanta. Bhukti, those who desire material enjoyment, they are not peaceful. Mukti, those who desire moksha, they are also not peaceful. Why they are not peaceful? Mokshavadis, Brahmavadis, who will merge in Brahmajyoti. Why they are not peaceful? Because they did not take shelter of lotus feet of the Lord. Okay, Bhukti Mudi, Siddhi, those who have siddhis, why they are not peaceful? Imagine yourself, you have 8 siddhis. You won't sit today's class here, You'll be flying around, you'll be burning people, who knows what you'll do, What I will do, if I have siddhis, it'll make me angry, then you see, burn you in the ashes, No? Collection, you don't want to give donation, Oh, your house is burning. You turn you into frog, Oh, you didn't offer pranam. All right, become 3. Boom. Who will control? You tell me, who will control? Krishna's mercy doesn't give any siddhi to any of us. No, can you imagine? This Sai Baba, they said he produced some ash. I don't know, my grandmother produced ash every day in her kitchen. She cooks on firewood. But she's not God. She never claimed to be God. He produced ash. So, but you look how much popular he became. Can you imagine you produce something useful? Of course, ash is good for... Ash is good for... Ultimately, he produced ash. His body was cremated also. So, ultimate ash. But point is, imagine yourself. Will you restrain? If anybody gives you $10 million on your bank account, will you come to Mora Mangalarti? Oh, Prabhu, sorry, I have flight. Hawaii, Bahami. I'm going here and there. Where? Preach. I'm going to preach. Bogus preacher. Who will believe? It's difficult to control. Therefore, they are siddhi ashantas. Why they are ashanta? You can't control. You know what are mystic powers? You know that? One is anima, lagima, mahima, prapti. Then, you know what is that? Any desire fulfilled. That you put hand in the sand and pull up any material object from anywhere in the world. Of course, you are stealing it, but manipulating matter, controlling mind, hypnotizing people, completely controlling mind of people. I have a good collector, one of those yogis. It's amazing. Who will control? You tell, who will control? We can't resist. We are tiny, our mind is weak, we'll immediately misuse. We'll use little for Krishna and then for sense gratification, how much possible. Okay. Siddhi, Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi coming? Sakalya Shanta. Who is the Shanta? Krishna Bhakta. Nishkama. Nishkama means no material desires. Okay, so here Srila Prabhupada's quote. So encourage people to come and spend time with us in the temple and become purified from all contaminations and anxieties. Everyone is suffering from thirst for spiritual life, of Krishna consciousness. It is the temple which can offer them Krishna consciousness to satisfy their thirsting. So here the shloka is really urging us to act. Shloka says, okay, now you know Lord is supreme, Lord is all-pervading, Lord is supreme controller. Now do something. Do something in your life. But what are our duties? Varnashram is gone. Who is Brahmana? Who is Shudra? Janame Jayate Shudra. Everyone is Shudra by birth. Kalau Shudra Sambhava. In Kali Yuga, everyone is born by Shudra. Nobody knows what is his duty. All duties are mixed up. Everything is mess. Now you have families also. Wife is working, husband is cooking and taking children to the school. What do? Everything is upside down in Kali Yuga. So here, Prabhupada's solution says, come, call them to the temple, we'll show them how to serve Krishna. In satsanga, it is possible. Here, the guidance they will get, what to do in home, what to do in the job, what to do in life, So like that. So here, Katyayana Samhita is quoted. Look at this. Even if one is forced to live within a cage of iron or in the midst of blazing fire, he should not accept he should accept this position rather than live with non-devotees who are tough and taught against the supremacy of the Lord. True and tough against the supremacy of the Lord. Actually, another translation is who are against supremacy of the Lord means don't associate with people who worship demigods. See that? Better to be in iron cage or in the midst of blazing fire than to be with non-devotees. Why? Sangat sanjayate kama. Because with association, desire will be developed. If you associate with karmas, you will develop these material desires. And if you associate with devotees, we may become devotee also. No? We develop this desire. Let me please Krishna, let me distribute books, let me follow something, let me not eat outside, let me be good example, let me do something with my meaningless life. No? So these are the commentaries of Vedānta-deśika. Now Baladeva Vidyābhūṣaṇa's commentary quickly. This verse speaks about the necessity of Varnashram Dharma's engagement according to scriptures for purifying consciousness. Not just to remind you about the shloka, because if you see the shloka, no, this is shloka 2. One may aspire to live for hundreds of years if he continuously goes on working in that way. What is that way? That way is prescribed by the scriptures. That way, prescribed by the scriptures. For that sort of work will not bind him to the laws of karma. There is no alternative to this way for the man. Okay. So Baladeva Vidyābhūṣaṇa said that this verse is urging us that follow prescribed duties. Follow to get purified. There is no other means if you want to live 100 years and attain liberation, for those actions do not contaminate one. No? And Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, commentaries, one performs action while establishing everything in relation with Paramatma. All activities become spiritual. And thus, even though you live hundreds of years, you will not become contaminated. Now, this idea of living 100 years means this is a full human span, maximum span of life you can get human form. So what is the idea? Idea is that one should all life follow the principles. Even if when you achieve liberation, you should still follow to be good example for others. Now that is the idea. Okay. Everyone has to act in life or one will die. You have to do something. You can't just be inactive. Okay, I will not do anything, so I will not get any reaction. But Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says you will die. Or will live uncomfortably. Thus perform action which will not bind one. Anyway, you have to act. Better act Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said that okay, you people criticizing us, how do we live? We shave our hair, we wear different robes, and we rise early in the morning when you go to sleep, and all these things. You are criticizing us, we are vegetarians, we sing and dance. But look, Prabhupada say, even if there is no God, our life is better than material life. our activities are pure, our thoughts are pure, our deeds are pure, our wives are better than yours, our children are better than yours, our food is better than yours. Even if there is no God, but then Prabhupada said, but there is God. No? So that's the idea. No? So you have to perform activities, better be devotee. Even if there is no God, there is no laws, this life is much better than this karmic, selfish, stinky life they lead. The activities performed with knowledge of Paramatma are bhakti. Okay, hear this one? The activities performed with knowledge of God are called bhakti. Oops, some spelling mistakes here. Oops. So, what is the quote? Sarvapadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchate. Now, why this sloka is quoted? Rishikena, Rishikesha. We have to engage senses, work, activity. You have to do something. Rishikena, Rishikesha. You serve the Lord with yourself. Sevanam. So bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord. Supreme Personality Godhead, the master of all the senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. Why is it? One is free from all material designation. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. Upadis. I am this, I am that. False identification. And one's senses are purified simply by being employed in the service of the Lord. Tat paratvena nirmalam. Purifying the senses, consciousness, everything in the service of the Lord. Okay. So we'll stop here. Monday we'll have mantra 3 and see how it goes. Do you have any questions on this second shloka? Any comments? Anything to share?
God-centered activities which Prabhupada mentions and then clarifies them to be karma yoga recommended for people at the starting stage.
Right.
So they will also classified under karma yoga or this akarma.
Prabhupada says that karma yoga is when you know Krishna is God. You know what is the goal. But you are attached to the activities or the result of the activity. And then you offer them to Krishna. You decide, I want to do something for Krishna. I'll do this, I'll do that. Bhakti Yoga means, Guru Maharaj, what shall I do for Krishna? You do activity which is order of Guru and Krishna, for Krishna's pleasure. Now I want to do this, Many people do it. I want to do for Krishna. I want to donate cow for the temple. I say, sir, please donate some Bhagavad Gitas you can distribute. No, I want to donate cow for He wants to do something. He is attached to particular activity or one. Because somebody told him, if you donate cow, you will have this benefit, that benefit, and whatever, So, you see, he did it for Krishna. Correct? So, it's beginning of his spiritual life. But again, this is not, remember Prabhupada mentioned this morning purport. He said that it's not perfect activity, because you are still attached to the result,
Still it's akarma?
Well, akarma in the sense, how much you surrender, how much pure you are. So you're getting benefit, at least human form of life, Prabhupada says, But it's not pure devotional service. So it has to get purified. The process. You see, this Krishna is telling to karma yogis, there are particular duties performed. Brahmana has his duty, Kshatriya has his duty, all this duty you do for me. Not only this duty, but this daily duty, occasional duty, your desirable duties. They say, I want a special son. This is not duty by Brahmana, Kshatriya, this is my desire. So there is particular yagya to be done. These are desirable duties. So Krishna said, Yad karoshi, yadashnashi, yajugu, whatever you do, not only your prescribed duty, but all your activities if you offer to me, then you will get purified. Yad karoshi, yadashnashi, yajugoshi, dadasya, tat tapasya, what is that? Madarpanam. That's the idea, madarpanam. No? So you offer to me. That is the idea, So karma yoga is a link, it's a beginning, From karma kanda, you do for pleasure all devatas, you don't know who is supreme. Then you realize Vishnu is supreme. But still you desire things. I want a son, I want to do this, I want to do that. See, like yesterday, You told, who told? Who told? Day before yesterday, some group of ladies came, they were praying to Gornitai. They came out and got phone call. And this lady, you told, no?
January 1st. On
January 1st. And then lady said, "Oh Krishna, I just prayed to you and land is registered and my, it's okay, you at least came to Krishna. Akama, Sarakama, Moksha Karma, at least you came to Krishna, you came to proper deity, But it's for material benefit. So this is not called pure devotion service, but is beginning devotion service. Okay, any other questions? Comments? Yes.
Just one question. Prabhupada is speaking about his altruism and socialism here, and he says that if it is God-centered.
Right.
So, one may question, if I do it in a pious way, let's say I have a clinic or something, I worship God, and I can, in a pious way, I just do some service, will that be acceptable? Could be a question like that. And there are misconceptions also in our society, and we have hospitals and so on. So how do you understand the right?
Let's have separate hospital class, It's hospitals is a big institute. You see, thing is like this. Don't try to cheat Krishna by trying to Krishnaize every of your material action. There was a devotee who said that one day my son pushed me to go for bowling. The bowling, you don't know, in India we don't do the bowling, but in Western world they put some, what is it called? Pins. They put some pins, wooden pins or plastic pins, and then from distance you have to throw the ball and hit the pins. It's a not super intellectual game, it's more physical, but kind of entertainment for people. You see, they suffer in life, so let's forget suffering, let's do some exercise, they call it game. So his son pushed him to go for bowling. Prabhupada said, no frivolous sports, no meaningless sports. Prabhupada said, little swimming and wrestling, that's for Vaishnava sports. But Prabhupada said, kirtan will do the job. Little good kirtan and little japa walk, and this your exercise. And maximum, if you need really health, do little yoga. But bowling is absolutely non-Krishna conscious, meaningless game. So now what he said like this, my son called me. So I was thinking, after 25 years or 35 years being in the movement, what shall I do? Shall I just reject it as a material activity, or shall I do it for Krishna? So how are you going to do it for Krishna? So he said, I did like this. I took the ball. I said, Krishna, this is for you. And he threw the ball. And he said, result was good. So this is his proof that this is Krishna conscious activity. No, this is bogus. It's not Krishna conscious activity. You're not going to Krishna is not, this stamp, washing machine or purifier for your activities like that, You don't use Krishna's name like this and call it Krishna's activity. This is not prescribed in Vedas. Now you understand. Follow what is prescribed. Follow your duty. Follow what Guru says. Follow what Shastra says. Then any nonsense I do for Krishna. I'll kiss somebody's wife. Krishna, this is for you. And then he's okay, no? I said Krishna. No? Holy name is not powerful enough to purify. It's prohibited, vikarma, I'll go to hell. Because I'm not calling Krishna. I'm using Krishna in my service. I'm not serving Krishna. It's wrong. It's not, and Guru said, don't do it how you do it. Now you are better than your Guru. You know what is to be engaged, what is not to be engaged. So everything they want to make. Well, let's open hospital, we'll preach. Let's open liquor shop, we'll preach. What's the problem? More people come liquor shop than hospital, And definitely drunkards, some of them will become devotees. My very close friend, devotee, he's book distributor in the bars only. He goes to, he said drunkards, they never refuse the book. I don't know what he does, but, So what? No, but this is breaking principles. Liquor selling, no? So we'll not do. But hospital also breaking principles of pure bhakti. Pure bhaktas, they open temples, they don't open hospitals. Prabhupada said, hospitals are to be opened by government, that's not our business. He said every our temple is hospital. In the sense, we're purifying the soul, we are treating the diseased people who are thinking, I'm this body. So, you see, they're trying to cheat. Because they are attached to their material activities, they want to make it Krishna's. If you are a doctor, you have your hospital, You preach there, nobody stops you. But don't call it that this is our mission to open hospital. That's bogus. That's cheating. That's not prescribed duty. Show me in list the Nectar of Devotion that opening hospital is one of angas of bhakti which will invoke bhakti. It's not there. So why you are bluffing? Why you are cheating? Why to introduce something new now? Preach, Baba, in hospital, good, great, you are great. But why you call it, duty? Why you call it that this is your mission now? It's bogus. Okay. Thank you very much. Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai, Śrī Isopanisad ki jai. Hare Krishna.